All right, well, today is April the 8th, 2018, and right now at 10:30 p.m., we have a temperature of 57 degrees here in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 51%. The dew point is 39 degrees, and the barometer is up at 30 inches even. All right, so today we had heavy aerosol spraying in the skies. The chemtrails were being sprayed by the specially equipped jets. We have a moisture field moving in. We can see that right here on the IR map as well. We can see that moisture field moving into Southern California. And of course, there was a no rain forecast for today, Sunday, and that's why these jets were up spraying and to prevent the rain. The pattern is tried and true. And Saturday, we didn't have one drop of rain. We had a chance of rain, but not one drop fell anywhere in the foothill communities. Although there was storm clouds that look like cumulonimbus and cumulus clouds moving in, natural clouds. But in the breaks of those clouds, we could see a partial sunlight, and we could also see the skies were blanketed with the chemtrail aerosols, and that will prevent the lift in the atmosphere, which the precipitation process needs to make rain. So we've got heavy spraying, and that we saw the spraying on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and today, Sunday. So we've had a lot of spraying, and that has prevented the rain. We saw that giant storm system in the last video that moved through. We can see that over here with a right angle on it, moving out towards the east coast. And here we have a 987 millibar gale force system right here, which is being separated. We have a separation right here. Let's go to the water vapor map right through here, and that will prevent this tropical flow from merging with this jet stream flow right here, which is wrapping into that 987 millibar gale force system, which is pointed right towards the east, or rather the west coast. Now let's go take a look here at the northeast Pacific water vapor loop. We can see that gale force system. Also, we have jet stream flow right here, which is we've got a blockade. This is an engineered satellite transmitter generated blockade, which is preventing this fast-moving jet stream flow from winding into this low-pressure vortex right here. So we see a very odd, this is a completely unnatural feature. If you look at this in the IR map, we can see what's happening. We've got jet stream flow right here, and instead of flowing right into that low-pressure vortex, we see it walling up right here. It just dead ends right there, and we see the evaporation pattern, and it has nowhere to go. This flow pattern has nowhere to go but turn down and wrap around this vortex. Normally in nature, higher pressure flows to lower pressure, but we can see the manipulation right here. This is an installed area of high pressure, which is blockading this jet stream flow. Also, we have high pressure being installed right over the eastern Pacific and over California. And that will prevent any any precipitation and moisture from moving in. This high pressure is going to bring us some record temperatures tomorrow. We're hearing on the news the puppets that report the weather have indicated that we may see 90 degrees tomorrow, maybe even hotter temperatures in places like Woodland Hills and Monrovia and around the South End. We areas in the San Bernardino area, Riverside, we may see some really hot temperatures as a result of what's happening right here. So this area of high pressure is being installed by a satellite-based transmitter, and that will prevent this flow pattern from moving in. It will basically evaporate the moisture, which we're seeing right here, and the chemtrails are sponging up the residual moisture right here. We can see the pockets of moisture moving in. This should be delivering cool, damp, rainy weather right here. This little bit of moisture right here should be delivering some rain. But as we look at the Doppler map, we see nothing. There's no rain anywhere in California right now, and not much up in Oregon. So the aerosols are being sprayed, and that is preventing lift in the atmosphere. Look at here. This is a gigantic weather system. Another one back to back. We had one here in the last video. We have another one right here. And this is moving right towards the United States. And yet there's basically no rain in California and very little in Oregon. Let's go back to that Doppler map once again. We can see rain up in the northwest in the Olympia Mountains, the Olympia mountain range there in northern Oregon. And we see high pressure out here, and that is ensuring that this flow pattern stays well to the north. We have a tropical flow pattern right here. We can see that, and that is moving right over the Hawaiian Islands and right towards California. So we've got we have rain opportunities coming at us from several sources. We also have these thunderstorms down here, which are all blockaded by this area of high pressure. This is installed high pressure, and that will prevent these from moving up. And we have this flow pattern, which is being manipulated. We can see the transmitter there has evaporated all the moisture as it moves right towards California. All this is just magically evaporating. But what's actually happening here is that the heat generated from this either laser or RF, microwave RF, which is evaporating this moisture as it moves right towards California. Right about here is where it all ends. And then we see the residual move in, and the chemtrails spray that stuff over, and we have no rain. So as I say, Saturday we didn't get one drop of rain. We thought it might rain, but it just, we had the barometric pressure was up at 30.0, I think it was 05. We had 30.05 throughout Friday, Saturday, and heavy chemtrail spraying. So that prevented the rain. Let's look at the surface analysis map. We can see what's happening here. We're showing a 984 millibar gale force system moving right towards Washington. We have high pressure installed. This is not really depicted correctly. They show a giant sort of a area of high pressure running vertically off the coast. But if we go back to the big map, and also we have a big storm out here in the West Pacific. This is a 967 millibar system moving to the northeast towards Alaska. All right, so getting back to the big map, right here we can see that once again we've got plenty of opportunities for rain. Got high pressure up here. We can see that now. That is winding a lot of this moisture into and away from the center of this low. We can see the split right there. High pressure installed, and that is pulling that away, pulling that moisture away in a clockwise fashion. But the 90-degree temperatures tomorrow will be basically manufactured by this installed area of high pressure. And we can see a lot of strange manipulation going on right here. Let's go to the next big map right here. We can see that much better. This big dip right there, that evaporation pattern right in here. Right here. This is where they're hitting this area with either RF or laser energy, and that is evaporating right there. There's sort of a cutout, sort of a right angle cutout where that transmitter is working, and that is ensuring that all this moisture is evaporated pretty well before it gets towards California. Then the jets are dispatched and they spray the rest of it over. The chemicals that those planes spray are a desiccant, which absorbs atmospheric water vapor. The aerosols contain aluminum, as well as a lot of other components such as barium and strontium. But the aluminum is the desiccant that sponges up the atmospheric humidity. So if you have a humidity meter, you can observe the humidity drop substantially after the skies are sprayed. Tomorrow morning, we're going to see another sky just blanketed with chemtrails because of this pattern. So keep your eyes on the weather instruments, and you'll see the humidity drop substantially. Right now, as I say, we have 50%. On Saturday, it was around, Friday night, it was like 87%. And Saturday, it dropped quite a bit. It was in the 70s, 75% humidity, but the chemtrails prevented the lift. All right, here's the surface, the sea level pressure map. We see that we've got high pressure right here installed, blocking a surface low. This is a surface to upper level low. Got low pressure over here. Let's look at the 500. Also look at this little feature here. Next, we have the 500 millibar map. We see some squiggly lines on these isobars. That's a mixture of high and low pressure, and that's why we have these squiggly lines. That's where the high pressure is being installed to block all this incoming moisture. Here's the 300 millibar map. We see that big weather system. And none of this is going to be able to move in because of the high pressure that's been installed in this area. That the high pressure and the chemtrails will prevent the rain that we really need. So here we are at the beginning of April. It's April the 8th, and we've had 2 opportunities for rain, and Southern California didn't get 1 drop, and we're not going to receive 1 drop from this huge system here or this tropical system. So when you watch the weather at night, you'll notice that these puppets that are showing us the weather, the cartoon version of the weather, will not show us these storms in this infrared map. There's a reason for that. People would say, what's going on here? This is a tremendous, deep column of water right here. It's red, and yet we're not getting any rain. What's happening here? Continually, they're blocking the rain for Southern California. All right, so that's the report. The last thing is the swell report. Right here we have high swells moving in to Southern California. Right here we have 12-foot swells all up and down the central and Southern California coast, 9 to 12 feet all through here. So out here we've got 21-foot swells in that 987 millibar gale right here, 17 feet right here. We'll keep an eye on things, and we will do an update here real soon, and we'll just leave it right here. Okay, that's it.